Hi lovelies. Today I want to talk about the inner work of cutting cords. So detaching from toxic people who are no longer positively fueling your life. So sometimes it is totally necessary for us to sever bonds from people who are draining us. So think of like a feeding tube, and in a healthy relationship, the sustenance flows both ways. There's an even exchange, there's a reciprocity. And sometimes in life, as we grow and evolve, the balance of that exchange becomes obstructed, and perhaps the flow is going more one way. And this is a one-sided relationship essentially. And sometimes we have to make a difficult decision of detaching from these people who are no longer feeding into our power, into our life source, and are instead draining us. And taking the steps to sever these energetic, etheric ties to people who are no longer of service to where we are. So cutting through these bonds, it's irreversible. And so the grief too runs in both ways, because taking the scissors or the sword to this tie to the other person, you are not just severing from their energy, but you are also choosing to let the version of you who was allowing that type of energy exchange to die as well. And so, of course, there's grief in this process. But as we untangle our beingness from the bondages with people who are no longer of resonance to our highest good, it frees up the space for us to welcome in new connections, which are maybe more emotionally fulfilling or more secure or just more healthy, more attuned to our present energy. Sometimes making this cut through and detaching from this other person is very jolting. Maybe you need to hear that it's okay to outgrow connections that you thought would last forever. And this isn't to say that in the future you rebond or you reconnect with this person. It will just never be in the same way. And that's okay. That's evolution, that's change, that's growth, that's rebirthing, that's allowing yourself to level up and become something new. Cut those cords and don't be scared to find your wings.